news out of Lions camp. Quick transition today. Penei, Sewell limps off the field. This is from Tim 20-man, friend of the show, by the way. Love him. He's concise and straight to the point always, like this line here. Lions right tackle Penei Sewell left practice today and is being evaluated for a foot injury. Now,
they took his shoe off. They took his sock off. They checked it out. They put his shoe back on him, and he limped off the field. We have not heard. I've been on Twitter the whole time here. I'm trying to catch it and see if anything is bad. Also, Craig Reynolds hobbled off with a lower body injury as well. They scrimmaged the ones against the twos today. They got after it today, and it might have, God willing, I hope it didn't, might have cost us something.
I wasn't there, so I'm not speaking from knowledge of there, but I've played practice. I've practiced. I've been on training camps. I've done it. When you see a guy take his shoe off, they take the sock off, you know it's some type of ankle sprain, some type of maybe rolled ankle interpol or something like that. The fact that he walked off, he put his shoe back on. That's grades good news. 100%. The grades of ankle sprains, like when you get guys, you got to hold on to your shoulders and limp off.
Shoe's not going back
That might be 2 weeks. You know, you get the guys that have to get carted off. That might be something more. When the guy takes it off, still has his own pressure on it, the weight of his own body on it, puts his shoe back on, it's a good sign. This is just, hey, let's get him off the field. Let's get some ice on it. Do the necessary things.
I hope so.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, these are the days. Like, people realize just because they're at the last preseason game, there's still 3 weeks left before the season starts. So you still need scrimmages like this to where you're challenging yourself. And I was listening to some of the scrimmage or some notes from the scrimmage. They said it was heated. It was intense. The offense went down and scored. Aiden Hutchinson takes his helmet off, bangs it against the ground. He says now the offense is trying to go back to win the scrimmage because they did score the scrimmage. So it's intense, and you understand we're getting close, but we want to give it our all. You start to, and especially when you're not playing in preseason. See, man, this is where I trust Dan Campbell. You're getting this type of physicality, this type of authentic game-like atmosphere in practice. You're generating, this is intense. This is what it feels like in the preseason. So if you're getting this out of your players, you don't need to double up by playing in the preseason and playing against a team who maybe not practicing the right way, et cetera. So this is why guys like Dan Campbell get it, and I don't have a problem with his methodology.
I haven't been to any of these practices in person.
Oh, they're real.
But everything that I have seen and heard, the tempo and the pitch is at a fever pitch. They are playing and practicing at a championship level. The energy of these practices I've never seen in
This
Lions.
is their preseason game because they're not playing on Saturday. So the ones went against the ones today.
Yeah.
Now, that's what happened today.
My concern is I think that a foot injury to Penei Sewell is probably one of the scariest things that you could have happen to him because all that weight that he's putting on it himself and then all that weight that he's putting on it when he's holding a block. Yeah. I have to ask you guys, what one player would hurt this team the most to lose for the season?
Well, that's easy. So we would have to go I don't even want to say his name as it relates to that. I don't want to put any of that jinx out there with number. You know who. We know who it is.
I think it's Penei. I know that you're saying Jared Goff, and
he didn't say that.
Well, he's thinking it. He's thinking it. Yeah. And I'm not going to say that they're not a 1A and a 1B, but so much goes through our offensive line. So much time is if Jared Goff is running because Penei Sewell's out for the season, he's not Jared Goff. Our running game is not the same without Penei Sewell. So I like I like your take on it. You have better understanding of injuries and that kind of situation in training camp and practice. So it sounds like we've dodged a bullet. But I got to say, a foot injury, something like a Liz Frank or anything like that would linger for the big guy.
Yeah, don't say that word.
Yeah, so like
don't say that word.
Don't say those words.
Yep.
I'll tell you this: Dan Campbell had some words today, and we'll do it after the break.
Yeah.
But on who's going to be the backup quarterback, who's kind of leading the pack.
Yeah, I'm interested in that too because I think us as fans have a different opinion than Dan Campbell. But getting back to that, don't want that to happen at all. But I think the offensive line is a sense of strength. You look at the moves that they made, the players they add. They have a lot of players that can play multiple positions, switch different sides. Glasgow, it's the reason why we paid them what we did in the offseason. So none of them are Penei. In fact, no other offensive lineman right now, right tackle in the league, is Penei. But you do have an offensive line that can sustain, and you still do have the coach that put it all together. I think it's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
I think it's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is much better receiver and player than people give him credit for. A lot of times they think it's just part of a system. He's a systematic guy. No, he understands the offense. He understands being a wide receiver, and he's not dropping anything. And in the biggest moments so far that the Lions have had, 14 has been a consistent in those moments, and he's the leader of this offense. You know, the size and stature, don't let it fool you. He is the leader along with Penei, Sewell, and Jared Goff for the offense. So let's stop talking about injuries.
Yeah,
because
please.
people will blame us for it. Let's get a quick commercial break, and we'll get back.